All right, good morning. I am sitting here at River Breeze Park about to launch the boat, and as you can tell, it's late in the day. Not really late in the day, it's late in the morning. It's about 8:30. I wasn't in any hurry to get out this morning because, the forecast called for mostly cloudy. So there's a little bit of sun right now, but for the most part, it's been, very overcast. Um, so I haven't been out in a while. I haven't been out since Hurricane Nicole. I can tell you that the ramps are open here. The park is kind of a mess. There's limbs and debris everywhere, but they've got the roadways clear and the parking lots are mostly clear. So it looks like it's good to go here. But like I said, I haven't been out in a while, and my preference really would have been to go south and go down to the south end and fish pole and troll and areas around there. But with it supposedly not going to be a very sunny day, I just decided there was not a whole lot of point in doing that. I'm just going to stick up here to the north, hit a few areas, some backwaters and coves and things where I think might hold fish and they might be willing to eat a topwater in the middle of the day. So that's what I'm gonna do. Since sight fishing probably isn't going to be a big part of the day today, I'm just gonna get out for a couple of hours and see what I can find. Now, a couple things. I realized on the way here that I left the push pole in the garage, so if I do a video today, you won't see it on the boat. That's why, just because I forgot it didn't fall off or I didn't lose it. And the other thing is, I haven't been out in a while, and in case you're wondering why, couple things. As I mentioned, the wife and I have been starting a new business. It's hoping to be open this week, so at this point we're just waiting on some final county inspections. So that's been a lot of work and keeping me very busy. But that wouldn't have prevented me from getting out here and there. I would have done a little bit, but as you can see, I've got a small bandage on my finger now, but I actually hurt myself chucking a part in one of the CNC machines a couple of weeks ago and had a pretty major, I shouldn't say major, it was a moderate injury to my finger. So the actual scar is much bigger than that bandage, but only the center of it I'm protecting now at this point. But the point is that you heard me mention, I don't know, a few videos back, that a friend of mine had died from fleshing bacteria. This was a pretty significant open injury on my hands, and I just didn't want to risk dipping it in the water here, just in case. So that is my other excuse for not getting out that much. But anyway, it's healed up, it's closed up now. I just have a bandage over it just to protect it from getting re-injured. But I'm sure if it gets wet, it probably won't stay on there. But anyway, so that's it for the day. That's the plan, if you want to call it a plan. And I'm just going to get out and look around and see, watch out for debris. Like I said, I haven't been out since the hurricane, so typically things move around, lay downs, dead limbs, even small islands, mangroves, things like that will shift sometimes in a bad hurricane, in a bad storm. So sometimes structures that you're used to being in one place, even submerged structures, will now be in another place. So I'm going to have to pick my way through a little bit today and just, see what I see. So anyway, I will talk to you guys in a little while, hopefully, and I'll give you an update then. Alright, so the ride over here was okay. As you can tell, it is much windier than forecast. I don't know if I mentioned what the forecast was, but it was saying 8 miles an hour max for the morning. This is obviously over 8 already. And I can see a few showers off the coast out there, so possibility it could get wet a bit later. But
As far as the ride goes, I didn't see a lot of debris in the water. The water is clearly very dirty though. I didn't see things out of place too much, no logs or tree limbs or anything in the main waterway, at least where I was running. So, maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe things will not have gotten shifted around too much. But again, the water looks very, very dirty. So until I get going here, I won't know how bad it's going to be. Oh, spooked the first redfish. There he goes right there. He's booking it out of here now. Okay, there are definitely fish here, and they're definitely visible enough for me to sight fish them. So I'm going to get the hat camera out already. That scenario that just happened is what happens when you blind cast. Because I was blind casting, so I was looking in a different direction than I would have were I sight fishing. And as I was retrieving that, I look back, and what do I see but a redfish swimming right straight at me. There's something red right there, but I think it's a stingray. Yeah, it is a stingray. So, had I not blind cast, I would have had a better shot at that. So that's the second redfish I've laid eyes on, and a small snook. And neither of them can I say that I did a very good job with. So I can't say that they're not going to eat. I just need to see them earlier and make a good presentation. Hey. All right, not skunked. Good. Kind of sad to say the season is closed because this guy is just barely legal. Unfortunately, the hook ruined his eye, so I hate putting him back like this, but the season is closed, so we really have no choice. So sorry, buddy, life just got a lot harder. Alright, well, these baby trout are heating up. It's tiny, whatever it is. Tank. Okay. Alright, well, as you guys can see, day hasn't been that great. It's been kind of a struggle, so I moved into some mosquito canals, been looking around, but the water's so dirty, I can't see anything. And even though it's so narrow, the fish should be like, right here. Can't see them. If there's even anything in here, I literally can't tell other than a couple of mullet. So, No, I'm not going to stick with this too much longer. At least I'm not skunked, but I will go poke around a bit more. But definitely has not been a good day.
All right, guys, I don't know if you'll be able to hear me with the rain pounding on the roof, but finished up the day, and I think I caught 5 trout. 2 of them were just barely slot fish. The other ones were runts. Didn't catch anything else. Saw a couple of redfish, saw a black drum, saw maybe a snook, but they weren't real cooperative. Conditions weren't the best, but still haven't been out in a while, so I'm happy to get a few trout. You know, the season on trout is closed, or I certainly would have kept the one that I hooked through the eye, but you know, what are you gonna do? So anyway, that's it for today. It's pouring rain now, so I just barely made it onto the trailer and, you know, got everything strapped down before it really let loose. So I'm gonna drive home, and we'll do it again soon, hopefully. See ya.